Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel. And yeah, a little bit sooner than expected. I know the season's only just finished, but I'm going to get on with this first track guide for our upcoming new season. Yeah, we've wasted no time in getting that one sorted. All the calendars set. We're ready for the new season. Just a couple of weeks break for everybody, and then we'll be back on it. But I thought I'd get this first track guide out of the way. If you look forward there, you can see where we are, Suzuka circuit in Japan. And I'm going to, well, probably not by popular demand. I'm going to continue to do these track guides where I can. And so it'll be the usual thing. I'll do the track guide around lap 3 and then the two flying laps after that. So we'll get on with this one. This is going to be round 1 for everybody. There are different formats, different cars, etc. So I'm not going to go through all that now. But this is round 1 for, or will be round 1 for everybody in a couple of weeks' time on the 26th of May. So make a note of that in your diaries or calendars. Right, here we go. So just about to cross the start and finish line. To turn 1. Quite a long straight, this one. Head down to this first right-hander. And probably about the 50-metre board. Probably going to be, some people might be in 6th gear at this point. If they are, then I'll drop it down to, well, I'm probably only in 5th at this point, actually. I'll be dropping it down when I get to the 50-metre bar. It'll be dropping it down to about 4th. And I'll roll it round turn 1. Very easy to go wide here if you're not careful. You've got to give it a little bit of a brake going into this, because you can end up going right out onto the left-hand side. Got that runoff over there, but obviously not very handy if you're out there. Quite difficult as well to get back on because you've got a lot of AstroTurf there that kicks you about. But so in about 4th here now, I'll drop it again down to 3rd for this sort of next right-hander. So it's almost like a double right-hand corner, turns 1 and 2. Now I'm doing this track guide in the Lexus RCF. The GT3, so that's what I'll be doing my track guides in this time around. So where we're going around here, try and just feed it round through the inside of this second right-hander. Now power on all the way up to about 4th. Now we're going to start getting through like what I call the snaky section, all the S's all the way through. You've got a left, a right, a left, a right, a left, literally like that all the way through, and it's almost one line through it, but it's almost one speed as well. I stay in 4th all the way around, or 3rd all the way around. I don't brake. Just use all these curbs. Just feather it through. Just feather it through all the way, feeding through the power. Now this one's a little bit tighter. Just keep it there, keep it, and now apply the power. Now it'll bring you out to the left slightly. Then you want to swing it across to the right for this next left-hander, about where that sort of dark line is on the track there, which is the racing line, sort of aiming for that really. So we swing it round. Now you're into that. Now you're going to bring it round to the left-hander. And you're going to feed yourself out to the right-hand side again. You can run it off if you're in there a little bit too hot, which is possible. You can run it out to the right-hand side. You end up on them in that gravel, and that will be game over at that point. Even over that little runoff there as well. That's going to be game over. You're going to be out onto the second lot of gravel, which is there, if you're not careful. About all the way through now, up to about 5th gear. Now a tricky little turn this next. Again, 50-metre board. This is a tricky little right-hander. You can cut the corner, but you've got to be a little bit careful. As I say, I'm probably in about 5th. I'm going to drop it down to about 4th as I attack that inside apex. Very bumpy as well. You can sort of take some of it, or quite a lot of it, but you've got to be careful depending on the car you're in. It can unsettle that if you're not careful. If you've got a car that's not great at that, you want to keep off of it as much as you can. So into 4th, use all this runoff on the left. Don't really want to use the second little green Astro, because that is slippery out there. And then 3rd, hug it right in. Use all this inside curve. This one's okay because the runoff is not great either. You can bring out and you can use all of that on the left-hand side as well, including that AstroTurf. You've got quite a lot of runoff here under the bridge, but got to be a little bit careful. As I say, you've even got a little bit of concrete just there that you can use as a runoff on the left-hand side as well. Up past the crowds over the timing sector. Now up to the hairpin, all the way through. Now in here I would go down to about first gear. Some people will stay to second possibly, but I'll go down to first. Take it nice and tight. So first at this point now. Quick short shift up to second, away we go. Now all the way through. Just follow this all the way around now. Just using the racing line all the way through the gearbox. I'll be up to about fifth again at this point. Now we've got a double apex left-hander, so you've got a very tricky if you run it out to the right too much, but into the 50-meter board again on the right-hand side here. Drop it down to about third gear, out to there. Don't want to be going out on the right-hand side at all there. Plenty of runoff, but yeah, you don't want to be out there. Feed it round. Again, try and hug this inside curve if you can, all the way through. Power on now. Let it feed it out to the right-hand side onto that curving. And now up this long back straight, almost over now the lap. Pretty technical circuit, this one. And through. Now, you can go flat through here pretty much. Might have to lift just slightly. Again, depends on the car. I'm in fifth at this point. People will be in sixth probably at this point as well. Probably recommend it going around in fifth if I'm honest. It doesn't really hurt you if you go out wide, but it will cost you time, and you've got to come back onto a track that possibly could be other cars around you, so you've got to be a little bit careful as you enter back onto the track. So as I say, I'll go through here, just lift slightly into fifth, use all that corner, feed it out, stay in fifth. I'm changing now before the 50-meter board for this little chicane. Start braking down to second. Little spurt of power all the way through now on the power, all the way round to the final corner. And that's your lap of Suzuka. So I'm going to go now with the two fast laps. You can see for yourself real speed, how I do it. Again, just to, as I said before, this is possibly not the quickest way of doing it. This is just the how I do it, and this is as quick as I can possibly go. So here we go. So there's your lap in real time around Suzuka circuit in Japan. This final one, I'll get a 2-minute 2. I don't better this, make a couple of mistakes on there, but just to go to show you how easy it can to make mistakes. So usual into third as we come round the second right hand, run it a little bit wide, use all that on the side. Now there you go, that's what happens if you do use too much of that curve, it can throw you out. It's going to lose me a little bit of time. I do lose quite a lot of time in the end. I make a couple of mistakes. Feed these ones round, power on, 2/10 down. Again, that's what the curb does, running off wide there as well. So see how the curb just kicked me out there. It's quite tail happy anyway, this particular car. So cut that corner again, bit slidey there on the grip. Again there, so a lot of dirt on the tyres at this point, to 8/10 now, so losing time. All the way round now through this never-ending right-hander. It's perfect round there, but my time has been lost in that first sector of the lap. Don't recover from that. Actually only half a second at this point, but still don't recover. That's how easy it is though to just hit those curbs. You can knock the car sideways. That's it. So it's definitely a 158, 159 in there for sure. But you know, that's the best I could have done. So I hope that helps some people out. If not, something to watch, I guess, if anything. So that's it really. So this is our round one coming up in a couple of weeks' time for you. So I'll see you then, and yeah, take care of yourself.